Welcome to Magic Monkeys Only with no monkey knowledge on Spa Pit. We're going to head there with Quincy as our hero. To get started, we're going to get Quincy down right away, right over here. Left until red, and then down until red, and then back up. And press play here. Then the very next thing we're going to do is put down a druid right here on this little line. We're just going to kind of grab the druid and then go right up that line. Doesn't have to be super exact. We're going to be upgrading that to a middle path druid, so most of the efficiency we're going to get from that is global.
Tasty.
So we're waiting until we get to 430 here. But we can keep zooming because Quincy's very strong. Right here and then straight up. See, we're going on that line and then right up this way. A little higher up. Druids are a big tower, it turns out. We're going to get Thorn Swarm and upgrade towards the Druid of the Jungle here. The other nice part about this is we're getting the coverage for both leads and camo at the same time, which gives us a little bit more freedom to do what we want. We're going to grab that Heart of Oak upgrade, even though it doesn't really help us just yet. But I'm sure at some point in the run it's going to do something for us. And really this isn't doing too bad of a job for popping stuff pretty immediately. Felt like this map was a little slow to begin with. So I'm happy with any amount of speed we can get. See, those loops are really painful. But we're mitigating some of that with the Druid of the Jungle here. The Druid of the Jungle can also pop the balloons over here on this left-hand side, where they're otherwise pretty hard to target. So a little bit more here. We want to grab that as soon as we can so we can get speeding. There we go, grab that, and then we're also going to grab the Hard Thorns. Hard Thorns just gives us even more damage and the ability to pop leads. Quincy does a lot of things for us, but not really good for lead in the early game. And now from here we have a couple different options. We just really need to make sure that we get some swap type damage. And for that, I like to come over here and get the Ninja Monkey. Left until red against the Druid and then down, like so. And we're going to get the Ninja Discipline and then the Seeking Shuriken. The Sharp Shurikens here give us a little bit more popping power as we see stuff is getting onto the track just a little bit. Can't really be avoided, but at least we get the global popping power there. We're saving up for the double shot at the same time. Double shot's really good. And then we're going to get the Caltrops and save up for the Bloon Jitsu.
Tasty.
Bloon Jitsu continues to be one of the best upgrades in the game. And it kind of needs to be that way. There's some specific builds where it's just kind of like you need Bloon Jitsu and that's the way it is. Otherwise they get really complicated. And there needs to be simplicity in this game as it's pretty complex at the higher levels anyways. did have to resist the urge to do more creative stuff on this map to begin with, because it's really slow when you try to do more creative stuff. And we want to get through this fast so we can do the fun and interesting stuff like chimps. We're saving up for that Bloon Jitsu here. Getting pretty close. There we go. And you can see we now have 3 towers and the ability to put down an alchemist right next to our ninja monkey, which is great. The ninja monkey will take the highest priority, and then the other ones will be secondary priorities. We're also cruising along at a good speed here. So the alchemist goes down until red, left until red, down again right there. We're going to set this to strong and get the acidic mixture dip here. Saving up for the Berserker Brew. Berserker Brew is really good. Makes your expensive towers even better. Berserker Brew online, and then we're also going to get the faster throwing to ensure that we're spreading the love around. And we aren't going to be able to get the stronger stimulant before we really get to round 40. I don't want it to be too tight. So I'm going to come over here and get the Heart of Thunder as our next upgrade. And that'll be the last upgrade we buy before round 40. Just trying to make this as simple as possible. I don't want people to misunderstand and think that you need the stronger stimulant here for round 40. So we're going to clear it without it. Also to just kind of show you how strong this build is.
Get ready to
Here's round 40. Popping that out here. Taking a little extra time, but the build is quite strong. Now we can grab the stronger stimulant. Get the Jungle's Bounty next. You could, of course, grab the stronger stimulant if you want to in your own run. I do think round 40 is the hardest part of it. Everything else is just pretty simple walk from here. Getting that Jungle's Bounty will give us a lot of damage. There we go. Watch that number go up. But we do need a little bit more camo detection, so I'm going to come over here and place down a Necromancer. It's going to go down until red. Oh, don't get too close to that Druid. It's big, right? Down, and then to the right. The Druid really is giving me a hard time on this level, huh? And then spam upgrades on the bottom until we get to Shimmer. And save up for the Unpopped Army upgrade. $3,000 for the best cleanup tower in the game. And we're going to put the cursor right here for speed. You don't have to do this. Right here, you see that little line between the two bricks? Right there. And this just pushes the Necromancer Unpopped Army towards the front of the screen so that it gets the pop earlier. And we're also going to get the Guided Magic and the Arcane Blast so that the Necromancer can see through over here. It's not the biggest deal, but it does help a little bit. And then we can also place down a Ninja Monkey down, and then to the right until we're touching that Necromancer, down, and then to the right. And you can see it's not getting the upgrade from the Alchemist, and that's just fine. We're going to upgrade the bottom path here until we get to Sticky Bomb. Because we can see there, the mobs are still getting a little bit further than we want them to. And with the sticky bomb, that's going to be less of an issue. We're going to get the ninja discipline and the sharp shurikens. And we're going to put down another alchemist over here, just down right on top of the necromancer. This one we're going to upgrade the top path here till we get to the berserker brew. You can also set this to strong whenever you feel like it. And then we're going to get the stronger acid and the perishing potion. Not really doing much damage, is it? But it is enabling our towers to do lots of damage. When this isn't popping everything. I bet this would pop everything, pop more than everything else combined. 11, 20, yep. Pretty much more than everything else. Go ahead and grab the stronger stimulant.
Get ready to feast.
And from here, it's kind of hard to get any more speed, truthfully. What you can do is place down a wizard monkey over here, up and then to the right, like so. Oh, up and then to the right. There we go. Upgrade that to the Arcane Mastery first here. And then we're going to get the bottom path to Monkey Sense. And from here, we're just saving up for the Arcane Spike. Give us a little bit more Moab damage again. And we want to set this to strong because the primary reason we're building this is to hit the mobs. So better to do that early than forget to do it later. Round 60 getting a little bit slow there, but that's because we're floating so much money. Just a little bit more. Fortified mobs seem to be just fine though.
Tasty.
Round 63 while floating a whole bunch of money. No worries, we'll wait till the end to get this upgrade. As you can see, we clear it just fine with the extra room. Those scary stacked balloons.
Get ready to feast.
Go, round 64, we're grabbing that upgrade, as we've had plenty of time to grab it. And since we've invested so much, we can come over here and go up until red, and then to the right until red, like so. Set it to strong, and then just spam clicks on the top path here. Wizard Monkey not even firing now, of course. But when it does fire, it's important. Number goes up really quickly when there's a mob. Stronger stimulant online. Then we're going to get the stronger acid and the perishing potions. From here, it's really hard to get any more speed, honestly.
Get ready to feast.
I think the main thing that you can do to get a little bit more speed is to put down like a druid over here, down until red, to the right until red, and then down. And just upgrade that to the Druid of the Jungle. That way everything gets popped when it is no longer a Moab. We can see even with a pretty basic upgrade we get some good pop efficiency here. We don't really need the Heart of Thunder on this. As the primary value is from its very powerful global ranged ability. And the Necromancer does a lot of work there, as we saw with the camo round, because the Druid can't really see that. BFB a little scary there. Now we have 2 Jungle's Bounties, which is pretty good. It's a shame we can't really afford another Arcane Spike, as I think that would be good, but it's just going to take the buff from this here for the time being, and I don't really see the value in that. I suppose we could just put down something that we want to get XP on, like this right here. Just make sure it's not within range of your other Alchemist. Right, see that buff? We really don't want that, so over here maybe. And you can grab whatever you want for this, just something expensive. Always good. And upgrade the top path, why not? It did pop 10 for us, so that counts for something. And we see the mobs getting a little further, but also getting cleaned up from our druids once they get trimmed down a little bit there.
Get ready to feast.
And this also slows things down a little bit, so it's not the worst. We're saving up for that symphonic resonance to hold things down over here, so we'll see that in just a moment. Look at that. How pretty is that, too? And it has a toggleable ability up there, which I definitely understand how to use. Merc monkeys are one thing that I haven't really spent the time to learn how to make them really good. And part of that is also because I've read that they're not the strongest tower in the game at this time. Which is fine. We already have really strong, borderline game-breaking aquatic towers in the monkey sub. We could even build another one here. Just make sure that we're not taking the buff from something else. And we could go with the top path here to do some extra damage. That did a lot of damage really quickly. I guess this tower isn't bad, huh? The Abyssal Warrior.
Run this one down.
It also gives nearby monkeys more pierce. Maybe we should have got that first.
More.
You live, you learn. And we see that our monkey star was, of course, the Druid of the Jungle, popping a pretty good amount there for us. And that is Spa Pits, Magic Monkeys only with no monkey knowledge. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.